What if I told you that your biggest weakness might actually be your greatest strength? That the very thing you beat yourself up for every single day could be the key to unlocking extraordinary success. I'm talking about procrastination, and I'm about to flip everything you think you know about it completely upside down. I used to think procrastinators were just lazy. I mean, come on, how hard is it to just do the thing you're supposed to do? But then I discovered something that blew my mind. Some of the most successful people in history were chronic procrastinators. Leonardo da Vinci took 16 years to finish the Mona Lisa. Adam Grant, the productivity expert, deliberately procrastinates to boost his creativity. And Steve Jobs was notorious for waiting until the last minute to make crucial decisions. Here's the thing that nobody talks about. Your brain isn't broken when you procrastinate. It's actually doing something incredibly sophisticated. It's buying you time. Time for your subconscious to work on problems. Time for better ideas to emerge. Time for circumstances to change in your favor. The question isn't how to stop procrastinating. The question is how to procrastinate strategically. Let me share something personal with you. Last month, I had a major presentation to prepare. Old me would have started weeks in advance, stressed out about every detail, probably over-prepared and delivered something safe and predictable. Instead, I tried something different. I gave myself permission to procrastinate, but I did it intelligently. And the result? It was one of the best presentations I've ever given. The secret is understanding that there are two types of procrastination. Passive procrastination is what most people do. It's scrolling social media, binge-watching Netflix, basically avoiding the task while feeling guilty about it. This type is destructive and steals your energy. But active procrastination? That's pure gold. Active procrastination means you're deliberately choosing to delay, but you're using that time productively. You're letting ideas marinate. You're gathering more information. You're waiting for the right moment when your energy and focus are at their peak. This isn't avoidance. This is strategic timing. Think about it this way. When you're under a deadline, something magical happens to your brain. The pressure creates focus. Distractions fall away. You enter what psychologists call a flow state more easily. Your brain literally performs better under the right kind of pressure. The key word there is right kind of pressure. Here's how you harness this power. First, you need to reframe your relationship with time. Instead of seeing deadlines as enemies, start viewing them as allies that help you prioritize. When you have unlimited time, you'll fill that time with busy work and perfectionism. When you have constraints, you cut straight to what matters most. Second, use what I call productive procrastination. When you're avoiding your main task, don't default to mindless activities. Use that avoidance energy to tackle smaller tasks that still move your life forward. Clean your workspace. Organize your files. Return those phone calls you've been putting off. You're still procrastinating on the big thing, but you're building momentum and clearing mental clutter. Third, learn to recognize your procrastination patterns. Are you someone who works better in the morning or at night? Do you need pressure to perform, or do you work better with buffer time? There's no right or wrong answer here. The goal is to know yourself and design your approach accordingly. Here's a game changer that most people miss. Sometimes procrastination is your intuition telling you something important. Maybe you're delaying because the project isn't aligned with your values. Maybe you're waiting because you don't have enough information yet. Maybe your gut is telling you the timing isn't right. Instead of fighting these feelings, start asking what they're trying to tell you. I want you to try something this week. Pick one task you've been procrastinating on. Instead of forcing yourself to start immediately, give yourself official permission to wait. But set a specific deadline and use the waiting time intentionally. Do research. Let your mind wander and make connections. Talk to people who might have insights. When your deadline arrives, you'll be amazed at how much clearer and more creative your approach becomes. The most successful people aren't the ones who never procrastinate. They're the ones who've learned to procrastinate with purpose. They understand that sometimes the best action is strategic inaction. They know that rushing into tasks without proper preparation often leads to mediocre results. But here's the crucial part. This only works if you actually follow through when the time comes. Strategic procrastination requires that you eventually take action. The pressure you've created is only valuable if you use it to fuel outstanding performance. Your procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's not evidence that you're lazy or undisciplined. It might actually be evidence that you're wired for excellence. You're just using this superpower wrong. Instead of beating yourself up for delaying, start asking yourself what you can learn from that delay. What is this pause trying to teach you? The next time someone tells you to stop procrastinating, you can smile and tell them you're not procrastinating. You're incubating. You're strategically timing your efforts for maximum impact. You're harnessing one of the most misunderstood productivity tools on the planet. So here's your challenge. This week, procrastinate on purpose. Pick something meaningful, set a real deadline, and use the waiting time to prepare your mind for excellence. You might just discover that your greatest weakness has been your greatest strength all along.